ladies and gentlemen. My father would say, "Excuse me as I light my spliff." Funny thing is, he never usually smoked, so
Damn.
I don't know why he said that.
That's a hell of a saying if you don't smoke.
Yeah, like the Caribbean has so many say. Well, I'm sure every culture has their sayings that the youth of the generations were
Right.
just like, why? So we'll start there. Actually, no, we'll start with your name. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 120, the episode of Candid Conversations, and we are speaking to GQ. Now,
What up?
I
What
gotta
up? What
know,
up?
what's the story behind the name?
Man, you know what? It's weird, dude. I was young. Remember Boys in the Hood?
Yes, sir.
When I was young, a guy, an OG he kept calling me Q. And I never knew why he called me Q. So everybody on the block started calling me Q. And I said,
Okay.
bro, why you call me Q? He said, man, you look like Cuban Gooden Jr. And I was like, man, no, I don't. He said, to me, you look like Cuban Gooden Jr., Trey on Boys in the Hood. And he just kept calling me Q. And then, they just put the G in front of it. Like when I was actually started recording studio, my boy was like, let's just call you GQ. And I just went with that. And I was probably around about 13, 14 years old. And I just kept the name.
Okay. 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 Nice. 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 Yeah, and I find like the name has more significance when you're dubbed it.
Right, right, right.
Like they call me the block. Like, I mean, aside from the fact that I'm 6'3" and 270 some odd pounds, you know what I mean? When I got the name, I was 6'3", like 180. But
Okay.
I always had two backpacks with me, one backpack for school and one backpack for clothes,
Okay.
because I travel between cities to go to school and whatnot. So
Okay.
sometimes I stay in Toronto, sometimes I stay in Ajax, whatever. So all of my boys had nicknames, and they didn't have one for me yet, and they wanted one that fit. So one of my boys comes up to me, slaps me on my back, just boom, I got it. I know what I'm gonna call you. He's like, I'm gonna call you Block, cause you always in the way. So then I'm like, okay, cool, cool. So I'm like, okay, the Block, and then I go, divine achievements bring life's opportunity, carrying knowledge. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that works.
Okay. So you gave his own meaning.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
what's up. Like
I
that.
wrote I wrote that name up in the CBC building in 2004. I went back in 2007, and it was still there, and I wrote it in chalk.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. That's
that's
what's up.
you know what I mean. So like, that was a
That
big
means
thing.
it's meant to have that name.
hmm Even better, 15 years after adopting the moniker, I'm
Uh-huh.
thinking cause this show kid comes out and everything, I'm thinking, oh man, I'm not gonna get this name. So many rappers out there, someone's got to have it. I type it in, it goes, you are the only the block. I'm like, what?
Oh, that's cool.
And yo man, I ran upstairs, told everybody, I was just like, yeah, yeah, celebrating, and then I just started pushing out tracks.
Okay. That's what's up.
Mhm. When did you release your first song?
Oh man. Whew. My first man, like I was, like I said, I was like 14 years old, like when I first was in the studio recording. I mean, we had studio up the block from my house, and my homeboy, that's when he would like, because I always wait, I rap, as a kid, you rap and just make lyrics, but I had to understand the concept of what 16 bars is, making sure each line rhymes and put together. So I say between 13, 14, he took me to the studio and we cut our first. Back then that was tapes.
Yep.
I'm telling my age now.
It's all good, bro. It's all good.
So
Don't even worry. Some people are
we
scratching their head like, tape? You mean what we wrap gifts with? How did you put music on there?
right, right. So yeah, we had our first cassette tape, man. That was like I said, I was around about 14. And after that, man, it was just in the studio and then start recording, putting it on, tapes, and then it turned to CDs, and then just start putting them on CDs and passing them out.
Yep, yep. Okay, okay. That's dope.
Now we doing flash drives.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you think is, I want to say, the biggest advance and the biggest downfall to the introduction of the internet with the music industry?
Man, the biggest with the internet, man, because you could kind of reach anybody easily now with the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
back then, you had to go travel or you had to know somebody to hook you up. Right now, yeah, you might get lucky and reach out and DM one of the big stars, big producers, and they comment back and bam, you instantly connected. Whereas then you couldn't do that. So that's the big thing. The bad part, man, is like everybody just doing goofy stuff to get recognized, man. It's like you really don't have to have no talent, man. You could do something goofy, or if someone taking all their clothes off, they gonna go viral versus you putting in all the damn hard work to go viral. So that's the crazy. I think a lot of the goofiness that took over the talent.
straight up, straight up. I gotta shout out some of the people. I gotta shout out Grandma from the Black. I gotta shout out the whole Black Rabbit gang. You know what I mean? Because I never know which one of them's popping in. But Grandma's here right now.
What
Dream
up,
on
y'all?
in the building. You know what I mean? And we got a few viewers watching. So wherever you're at, you know what I mean. Thank you for tuning in. We're talking to GQ. Where are you located?
I'm in Michigan, Detroit,
Michigan. Okay.
Michigan. Yep, Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit.
Right,
Okay.
right across the
Okay.
street from y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Right
All
across
right.
the
So,
street.
Sister City. Yep.
Man,
Yep.
it's so funny because like when you go out of town, like if you go like just say Florida, Atlanta, or something like that, and they be talking about Canada or Toronto, and I'll be like, man, that's like across the street. They be like, yeah, we got to fly there. I'm like, no, I just drive across the bridge.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like it's nothing.
Telling you, man. Telling you. It's like I live like half an hour from Buffalo right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, to cross the border is nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
unless
man.
you like in Vegas or Florida or somewhere, like then it's like, hold on, they need a whole passport.
Yep. 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 They gotta drive, and it's a long drive. It's like a 20-hour drive
Yeah,
from
yeah, something
Florida.
crazy.
Yep.
Something crazy.
Excuse me. So what is the driving force behind your mission to make music?
You know what, man? Me making music, man, I just make, I try to make what I feel, what I'm going through, what I might seen or what someone else been through. I try to put out music, not just, what I feel that's feel good, but what people feel good, what they gonna feel good about, what somebody going to, I try to be diverse on the music, man. I try to make some music that's in the club. Then I try to make music that, not try, I do. I do make music, with a story behind it, with a message behind it, just try to do an all around game.
Okay. Okay. That's dope. That's dope. Oh man, there's so many things. It's like there's so many connections that you can make. But I find now here's a question because I was talking to Sedan. I'm not sure if you probably know him or know of him.
Okay.
Sedan, the God of Sound. He's another artist that I spoke to through MJ. Shout out to MJ for hooking this up. Um, but
Yeah, MJ. Shout out to MJ. I got to shout
mhm,
her out. Definitely. I
mhm.
appreciate her.
She is a legend. I'm telling you, that woman is a force to be reckoned
Yeah.
with. I just came across her and I was just like, let me take a chance. And I reached out to her and I said, this is what I'm doing. I see what you're doing. Is there anything we can do together? She's
And
like,
she
I got
makes it
it.
happen.
She made it happen, bro. She still from November till now, I think of the what 18 of the last 18 weeks that I've done, she's
Uh-huh.
had artists on at least 10 of them.
And I'm one of them.
And you're
And I'm
one of
one of
them.
them. Yep, I'm one. Man, I got back-to-back interviews. Man, I've been rapping for a while. Now, I do interviews, radio podcasts, all that. But I mean, working with her, man, I've been doing back-to-back interviews like crazy, man. So I greatly appreciate her. I
Yeah,
greatly appreciate her.
yeah. And you know what? I want to invite you, as I have to a lot of the other artists. I want to invite you to the Terrell Effect. That's the show where I play music
Uh-huh.
from the artist and I highlight the artist's music and we talk about the songs and the motivation behind them and the inspiration and all of that stuff. So
Let, let's do it.
yeah, we'll set it up. Right now I think I'm booking in like February.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get
let's
that.
do it. Definitely.
Yeah, before you jump out, like when we sign off and everything, before you jump out, we'll get the date and everything booked up.
Got it. Got it. Let's do it.
All right. So looking at it, what genre of music have you not done but you would be interested in trying?
Oh man, I wish I could sing.
Really?
I wish I could get my Drake on, man.
Okay, okay, okay.
If we want to be honest, I wish I mess with it just a little bit with the melody, with the auto tune, but I ain't gonna lie. I wish I could get my Drake on.
Okay, okay, man. That man is solid. He is like, and the thing about him is he fucks with everybody.
Yeah, yeah, man. I know. Like, dude, you could be a regular independent artist, and you reach out Dre, and Dre see something you doing, man. He gonna tap in and work with you. That I mean, that's cool, man, because you don't got a lot of people that come back and do that, bro.
Nah, nah. Even
Yeah.
just recently, he was up in Toronto giving out money to the community, and I think I don't know if it got to him finally because people were talking about how he doesn't give back, and it's just like,
Oh man,
well,
that's
that
not true, man.
that can't be true. That can't be true. You know what I mean? Just because you haven't got back from him doesn't mean he hasn't
Right.
given back to, you know what I mean, people that he are in with his clique kind of thing.
Yeah, man, because I know he like the battle rapping, and one of the guys that I got on my album, man, he looked out for him on a battle rap. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
I, I can't see him not giving back. I can't. I mean, but the thing is, man, even like when you get to a certain level, you rich, everybody, got a hand out, and like you don't give back, but they don't really know what you done. So if you ain't doing what they see as a give back, then you ain't did nothing.
Yep.
That's how it is.
Hmm. It's like people would say the same of me. You know what I mean? Oh, like they look at me and like, oh, look at him. He's so this and he's so that. But just because I say I make music, there's two things that come with it. They automatically assume you have a lot of money, but ain't doing nothing with your life.
Right.
And then it's just like I'm sitting here. It's like I've been on the phone with the office of the premier. For those of you who have been watching for the 120 episodes, every single week for the last 11 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I say that to say, as much as I have a passion for the art, I also have a passion for progress, passion for development. Like I'm a human
Right.
rights advocate. You know
Okay,
what I
that's
mean?
what's up.
So, what cause do you champion outside of music that people might not realize that you speak to?
You know what, man? I'm gonna say it's a couple things I did. I don't really talk about it because I do it out of kindness of my heart. But since we on the subject, you know, I'm pretty sure y'all probably heard about like the Flint crisis and stuff that went on with the
Yep.
water and stuff.
Yes.
I used to take my F-150, man, and I go buy cases of water, and I go by myself and just drop them off at people's doors. Cases of gallons of waters. You know, and in the wintertime, it's cold. I don't know y'all have bad winters there too in Canada. Like
Yep.
here we have bad winters. And in the wintertime, myself, I make care packets for homeless people. And even in the summertime, I would do it. I make a little care packet and I just drop them off. I see people, I ride around. I see people homeless on the street. I give it to them. It may be, I might have a package in there. It might be some hand sanitizers, some wipes, some soap, some deodorant, just little care packages. And I get them out and pass them out to the homeless. And every now and then, I might put a couple of dollars in there too. That's something I do out of kind of my heart. Now I don't really even go around telling people, a couple people found out, that I did it and said, hey, we go do it again, let me know. But I think sometimes people just talk. With me, when I feel it, I just go out there and do it. I don't have to tell nobody.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I wish I was more like that. When I do something, sometimes I gotta brag about it because people won't give me the credit.
Man, listen, hey, I, I feel like this, man. I mean, some stuff I do, but I don't really brag about it because it's out the kindness of my heart. And I have to answer to God. You know what I'm saying? God gonna bless me. I'm not worried about a human. That's
Oh,
that's how I feel. I get all my blessings from God. So any day you wake up, I could be in a position where I can't do it. So I don't even have to brag and tell. I mean, the crazy thing about what you being in music, sometimes people think it's bragging when it's like a not win situation. You know what I'm saying? If you don't brag about it, then they'll say, "Oh, you're not doing nothing." But then
Yep.
if you do brag about it, they say, "Oh, he bragging. Why he couldn't just do it and have to post it?" So it's crazy with music. So I get where you at with it. It's crazy where you at music, but like they say, misery loves company. So somebody always gonna have something to say.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I always say, it's like you can save babies and someone will have a problem with it.
Yep.
Why'd you catch them like that? Don't you
Right.
know their neck is fragile? Like,
Yeah,
where,
yeah. If you
did
did
where
catch
were
him, well, why you let him fall?
you? Oh gosh, society is so twisted.
Yeah, man. People just have to have something to say, man, about anything. Sometimes people ain't even, some people they ain't even comfortable with their own life, so they gonna say something about somebody else's.
Yep, yep. It's true. It's hard facts.
Yep.
It's like, and then, and I try, like I catch myself from time to time. It's like if I'm gonna complain about something, I might as well put the energy into correcting it,
Right.
because it's there, and other people see it, and if other people see it there and they don't do nothing about it, it doesn't
Right.
bother them. So if it's bothering me, clearly I'm the one who is supposed to do something about it. So I will. It's
That, that's some good stuff right there. Everybody don't do that. Everybody just complain and don't do nothing about the complaint.
exactly. It's hard. It's hard, bro. Oh man. But life is. We're going into the second year of this bloody pandemic. I cannot believe it.
Man, it really is like three, man. Because you
Yeah.
got last year, this year,
Yep.
and then we going in, so it's really three.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, it's really like three, man. It's crazy, man. It's a whole different world.
Mhm. And like, for what it's worth, like, you know what I mean. Like I'm physically expressive. Like if I see my boys, I dap them up, whatever. You know what I mean.
Right,
Family,
right,
I hug them. You know what I mean. It's
right.
whatever. Now I'm looking at people I know, and it's just like,
You right, right. Or you do the fist pump, or the hand up, the hand
the
gesture.
elbow dabs, the elbow. You know what I mean? Oh man. Oh man, that is terrible. So yeah, that is. It's just one of those things.
Right.
One of those things where it's like, all right, cool. And some people don't even care. They break past your hand and just, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's like,
you gonna get that. I mean, and I think it's a combination of not, I know I'm pretty sure y'all was like when y'all was shut down and not seeing people for so long and not being able to do something, do anything. I mean, when you finally see somebody, man, it's like you embrace them, because nowadays you hear it's like, okay, somebody got corona, then the next time you turn around, this person died, this person died. It's so sad, and so when you just be happy to see someone and hug them now, man.
yep. I mean, like not like I before this, I was on like a 2 year, just about a 2 year performance run where I'm performing like 2 to 8 times a month. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, like I'm on
Yeah, you
stage.
sound you sound like me. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So then it's like all of a sudden, just you can't perform. What do you mean I can't perform? What do you?
Exactly.
But the good thing was I was lucky because I was doing podcasts before
Okay.
podcast was a thing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I just fell back into the podcast and the productions, and then I saw everybody turn into podcasts, and I'm just like, so then I started talking, and I'm like, well, this is one of the longest running episodic podcasts out of Niagara region. And then all of a sudden, everybody's talking about how they've been on for X amount of years, and
Oh yeah,
all of
yeah.
that.
You,
And I'm
you
like,
know how that works, man. You
yeah,
start
man.
something, nobody gonna give you the credit. No, you wasn't.
Like,
No, you wasn't the first.
you weren't the first. Nah, we did it before you. It's like,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Everybody was the first.
a few people, I'm not gonna lie, a few people have given me my dues and told me that they started because of me. And you
Okay.
know what
Oh,
I mean?
that's
They
what's
know
up.
who they are, and I'll give them their respect where it's due. But there's a few people who will see that I'm putting an event on, say, I'll even use an example. No, that one, there was an event that was happening on August 28th.
Okay.
And I said, okay, you know what? I don't want to put it on the same day as that event, so I'll put it on the week before.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But there's people who saw that I was doing the week before and decided to do it the same day.
Okay.
So it's just
That's
like, hold on a second, wait. There are 365 days in the calendar. And even if there's only 90 days in the summer, You gonna pick the one day a brother pick? All right,
Hey,
let's play
hey,
ball.
you know what they say, the hate be real, to the love be fake.
Yep, 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 yep. Telling you, but I'd rather, and I don't know if that's a problem. Like, I'd rather know someone dislike me, because when they like you don't know what their intentions are really.
Dude, you know what? Now that you put it that way, yeah, man, that kind of makes sense.
When they
That kind
hate
of
you
makes
know
sense.
they hate you, and like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
you
why they
know it.
hate you.
You know what to expect. Like you right. Like sometimes when a bunch of people love you or they like you, you know, if you from the hood, you done been through so much bull crap. You like, is this love genuine, or what do this person really want from me? You know, and it's hard not to look at it like that when you get backstabbed a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's, that trust be hard, man.
People will look at me and listen to the way I sound and question my G pass. You know what I mean? They'll, well, you sound, yeah, I do, because the people I was around, I started engineering when I was 13 years old.
Oh wow, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. The first instrument I played, I was 8. The first performance I
Which
did, I was
instrument?
trumpet.
Trumpet. Okay. Oh, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
and I
Okay, you
still,
got some talent there, man.
yes sir, yes sir, and I still play it to this day. I gotta brush
Okay.
off my skills, but yeah. So like I remember I was running like running with them in the sense of recording them. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, man, Dudge, I can do whatever they're doing because they finally accept me. I finally doing something that they appreciate. Dudge. So
Right.
then mans them are getting ready to make a move. I'm not, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. We know how to talk without talking. So
Right.
mans them are getting ready to make a move. So I'm like, we're in the studio recording, and then mans them are getting up in there. Okay, cool, dish. So I get up too. I pause, I save everything, get up too, get to the door now. Head of the pack's just like, where are you going? Like, what do you mean, y'all? Like, man's never making a move. I'm making a move with the man's. He's like, no. You're too smart for all of this shit. You need to get back into that studio, into that basement, and finish mixing those tracks. I'm like, okay. He said, listen, by 2015, you need to be telling your boss that you want a corner office with a nice view. You know what I mean? You don't
Right.
need to be talking from some jail cell.
Right. Right.
Yeah, right. So I'm like, okay, and I took that to heart. So when I moved out here, I live in Welland now, and
Okay.
things didn't look proper, bro. I like something in my mind just said, I said, I'm gonna allow them. And then my house flooded.
Wow.
And then I said, you can't go on with this no more. Took a video of the flooding, put it online, took them to court, went through every governing body associated with the property ownership, had
Okay.
had the city audited. Then they had to put, when I took them to court, we won. And they had to put over, well, now they're running upwards of $4 million into the property to bring it up
Oh,
to code.
okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
That's what's
So
up.
yeah. So I'm here and I'm just like, next. you know, you know what I mean? Because like,
That comes from them saving you. See, if you would have ran out the way and did the other way, you wouldn't have been able to do that.
no, I wouldn't have. And it's amazing how, you know what I mean? And I gotta shout those mans out because yeah, they could have let me run in the thick of it and then not be here today.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
That's what's
I
up.
I I do this to help people the way I was helped.
Right.
This is awesome though. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. So how was your Christmas?
Man, you know what? I don't celebrate Christmas, but my grandma came from out of town, man. It was good to see her.
Mm.
And then my mama cooked, so I'm still going, you still got to eat every day. So I still went over there to eat.
Of course, of course, of
Yeah, but
course.
it was a good day. All in all, I really don't celebrate the whole Christmas stuff, but it's still consider it's a holiday, and I got family that still do. I still like to see them because they get time.
Yeah. And when I ask that, I guess I should. I mean, like not the capitalist corporate side of things. I mean, like the holiday family
Yeah,
togetherness
see,
aspect of
that's
it. That
that's why I like that's what just exactly what you said. For Christmas, it's like it's supposed to have been about Jesus. We all know it's not his birthday, but they done
yep.
took that out of it, man, so much it made it commercial. It's just like,
You know,
long as I get to see huh?
Santa Claus was created by Coca-Cola.
Right. So it's like, man, that's why I don't. That's why I don't celebrate. But far as like you said, like the holiday and seeing the family eating good, hey man, I
Mhm.
love that.
All right. Yeah, that's blessed. That's blessed.
Right.
All right. So what's on the agenda for you? What like how you closing out the year?
Man, you know what, man? I'm closing out the year. I'm just gonna thank God and relax and chill with the fam. That's about it, man. I mean,
Okay.
these numbers too high up here in Michigan, man. So I can't be out in the club partying.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know,
hear
unless
you.
unless someone want to book me for a show, then I do the show. But I'm in and out,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
in
I
and
hear
out.
you. Yep.
I had the same thing going on with you, like with you, with the coronavirus, man. Like I said, like before it was gone, I was booked in London. I was in London on tour. I was in and out of state on tour.
Mhm.
Doing shows here, and then when that hit, man, it just you just reinventing everything, man. I'm just reinventing myself, getting back to like that's why I'm glad to meet MJ, and doing the interviews and pushing the music, man. Just trying to get back in the gear of everything.
Yep. Yep. Definitely. And like I think virtual is gonna be a big thing right now. Lives and podcasts are making the waves. Just like I mean, I remember a couple of years ago, I was arguing with my not my television company, my service
Mhm.
provider, about how things like Netflix were going to take over, and now you got like Disney Plus and Hulu and all
Right.
those other stuff, right?
No
But
video stores. No
no
video
video
stores.
stores, exactly.
Yeah.
But now people are getting tired of that, so live streams and podcasts
Right.
are going to come back and make another surge because people want to see what's happening in real life, like those
Right.
what's it called? It's like this 911 thing. They have like this thing online where you can watch cops as they're doing their day-to-day stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and all of that, and it's like people are watching that and like all these performances and things like that, like pop-up performances.
Right.
That's gonna be another big thing because like you're gonna have to get in, do it, and get out before
Right.
before anybody finds you, kind of thing. So
Right. Right.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, the crazy thing is, like too, before they shut down, because I do, I do CD duplication for a lot of artists. I was doing that, a lot of that, and it's like, soon as everything opened back up, and it was like fewer CDs, like you said, because everything was like digital, or somebody got a flash drive. I was like, dang, I'm like, this
Yep.
dang coronavirus just killed everything.
Every
Yeah, because I mean, because that totally, because I was doing so like between doing shows and booking out of town and doing CD duplication for a lot of artists, I was really busy, man. And I had another business, but it's just like, whew, that it showed killed a lot of stuff, man. So it's like you said, just getting back into gear, everything, and doing like the virtual stuff now.
mm-hmm. 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 Oh man. Yeah. So thinking there's just so much like I'm trying to figure out now which direction to go because there's just so much to talk about with the way the world has been changing. I mean, like, how did you feel under the reign of Trump? Let's talk about that for a second.
I felt,
You felt?
I felt.
Oh man.
Man, I'm a just, man. I hate to, I hate to be too, because I'm not heavy in politics like that, man. And we might got some people that get offended, but I'm gonna just say, I'm a on the real stuff. I'm gonna just do like this, man. No matter who in office, man, I stay prayed up, man, and I try to do me and be the best at doing me. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I
mm,
mean, because regardless of who in office, it's going to affect you. Like you in Canada, y'all got someone there. It's going to affect you,
yep.
affect certain stuff. But as long as at the end of the day, I try to keep doing what I'm doing and stay positive about what I'm doing, and I believe in God, and just stay motivated. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So,
sir.
but
Yes, sir.
you still pay attention to what's going on and how it change stuff and affect. And the most what all of us really want to know is how it's going to affect our money.
Yup.
It don't matter who in office, man. It's just how is it going to affect your money.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
that's the main stuff. Or how is it going to affect some kind of healthcare or something? That's what you really mostly worry about. But at the end of the day, regardless of who in office, you still got to do you.
Yep. Yeah. There's some suffering that has to be endured.
Yeah,
But yeah, definitely overcoming it.
because we all know they all don't do what they say they're gonna do. We all know that.
Nah, you gotta
So
hold
that,
them accountable.
yeah, yeah. So and It is what it is.
for sure. Oh man. Oh
I, I,
wait.
I will say, we did see a lot of racist stuff come out when he was in the office.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I could say that it was a lot of racist stuff came. Like, boy, people was on racist stuff at the all time high. People that you didn't think was racist.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I would say that, and that part right there, man. I'm gonna say it was terrible and it was good because the good thing is because now you was able to see certain people for who they are. Whether at the end they was hiding it, but then you was able to see, okay, this person like this, let me gear away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm shoulder with the racist stuff, man. I'm cool with every culture, every color. You could be an alien green. If you cool with me, I'm cool with you. So anybody, whether if I have friends that's black, they racist, I don't want to be around their ass either. I don't deal like that. So you did see a lot of stuff came out, and I just geared away from it as much as possible. Of course, you went certain places and you seen it came out, but like I said, people got to learn. You ain't got to spend your money or deal with them people.
Yep. It is insane.
Yeah.
The things that you know what I mean. It's like you look at it. It's like one day you look at it. It's like okay. Like even let's look at the gas prices for a minute. They are up at
Woo!
like up here. They were crazy. They were like $1.30 something, and then they
So,
dropped down to like 65 cents.
so see, y'all go on we go on gallons. I think y'all go on quarts, right?
Yeah, liters.
So liters, okay. So I know like 4 liters is like a gallon or something. So when you say $1, uh, because y'all, it's different here.
Yeah,
If you say $1, that's cheap for us. But for those that don't know, you're not talking about gallons. See,
no.
ours is $2.99 a gallon.
Whew.
Yeah, so I think that would be somewhere with y'all. So if I came down there and I spent the money, I had to learn it from coming to Canada because we work on I forgot what metric system. We're a different metric system than y'all guys.
Yeah,
So I remember getting some gas and I'm like, okay, I'm looking at that like long time ago, like, okay, it's $1 or something like that's cheap. And then I started pumping and putting in my car. I'm like, hold on, this ain't adding up right. And I had to
oh,
see, convert it. And I'm like, wow, y'all gas is way higher than ours.
way.
Yeah, it's way higher. So even though it went higher to y'all, like you said, from 62 to like $1 or something, it's
Yeah,
still higher than ours
damn.
when you convert it over.
Okay,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah,
That's bonkers.
yeah.
Well, that makes sense. That explains why people want to drive down to get the gas.
Right.
To
Yeah,
come
yeah. That's
back.
probably why people want to come over here in Michigan because like Michigan's right across the street and fill up because it's totally cheaper to fill up here than going back there
Yep.
because like I said, you said liters. I think and I'm not told because I haven't did it in a while, because I haven't been to Canada in a couple of years since the border stuff, with the coronavirus. But I
Yeah.
think it's like four liters is a gallon or something like that.
Yeah.
So when you add that up, that's probably like $5 or $6 a gallon for us, which is crazy.
Whew. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. That's bonkers.
yeah, man. I mean, but but still staying in Michigan, man. The gas is still high. I mean, okay, like last year, I remember last year when they started first shutting stuff down. It might have been like someone in the summer. I can't exactly remember. The gas was 94 cents a gallon.
Oof.
Now we averaging like 2.99 a gallon.
Oh,
That's a hell of a jump.
a wicked jump.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like some Jackie Joyner Kersey shit.
Right, right.
So I run, but she did a long jump too. So
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, man.
And that's the thing. Like, if we had been smarter as a society and been like, okay, we'll buy it till it gets to a certain point, but stop when it got to a certain, like
Right.
when it got over like 75 cents or some shit like that.
Uh
then we would have had a claim, but we kept buying it up as it went up incrementally. They're like,
Yep.
yeah, we're gonna charge you an extra 5 cents here. All right, there's 8 cents there. All right, 2 cents here. All right,
Yep.
12 cents, motherfuckers.
Yep. And,
You
and,
know
and
what I
that's
mean?
what it seemed like. And then not to mention when you go in the store, you go buy some bubble gum, that's higher now. You buy some chips, that's higher now. So man, it's crazy. That's why I say, man, and like it just starting to seem like it doesn't matter who in the office is somewhere in the world, it's still like seem like we get hit.
Yep, yep, hard.
Yep. That's why I say whoever in the office, man, I'm just praying to God and trying to keep my head straight and keep, keep doing what I do.
Yep, yeah. I guess that is the best way to go about it,
Yep.
because you know what I mean. At the end of the day, they say they have your best interest in mind, but unless we're telling them what they are, they're going about their own business. Like,
Yep.
oh,
Yep.
this will
Oh,
be
we
better.
got
This will benefit them.
yep, yep. We in the office now.
Yep, yeah, we got this. This us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We here, holding it down, holding it down. So, oh my goodness, man. Ah, fuck. And food's more
Life.
expensive too. Life. I just came up with this phrase the other day. I said, "Life happens. You just got to keep living."
Hey, you keep living, something gonna happen, man. It's gonna
You-
happen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
good.
my dad said, just wake up and just roll with the punches.
Mm-hmm. Best way to do it, cause
Yep.
you can't act like there aren't punches. Like you wake up and
Right,
you know
right,
there's
right.
gonna be punches thrown. You know what I mean?
Right,
So it's like
right.
you either knuckle up and take those punches and then get through it, or you stay in
You
bed and they'll
right,
find
or
you
you
in your
could
bed and punch you anyways.
yeah. You know, as you get older, man, you may complain, but you learn to, not complain as much. You just go with the flow of stuff, and you make do with the situations, man, and you don't fold. Because if you fold, it only thing it's gonna end up is doing is hurting you, man.
Yep,
So certain stuff you can't change. Like I learned in my life, stuff that I can't change. I ain't gonna worry and stress myself about it. The things I can change, then that's the stuff I tackle.
yep, yep, yep. Makes perfect sense, really.
Yeah.
All boils down to it.
Yep. Yep.
Oh boy. Okay. Next year, we don't even know what we can do because everything is fucky.
Yeah, man. And that's crazy because you make a plan. I mean, like only thing I can say, what I planned on, like I I just put a new album out November 29th. I just dropped the album Cocky.
Mm-hmm.
And in the midst of promoting that album, I've been promoting a couple songs because I've been having like some clubs and radios playing some of the songs, the internet radios and stuff like that playing it.
Mm-hmm.
So for most part of it, all I plan on is just promoting the music more, pushing out, jumping on, trying to get back in the club, doing some shows. I done did a few shows already, but just
Mm-hmm.
trying to do more. But and you just praying that works out that way, man. But you don't, like you said, you really don't know because the numbers are jumping up everywhere. It doesn't matter what state you is, what country is, they just going up tremendously everywhere. So you're just trying to be safe at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah. We as artists, man, we have it hard with that part. You know what I'm saying? That part is really hard because, if you entertain it, just like, them doing movies, if that shuts down, then you shut down. So basically, trying to have other, other hustles and other investments, that's what I'm doing too, investing in other things, too, like investing in real estate and investing in, like, stock and stuff like that. And, just keep focus on other things and not, have what they say, have all your eggs in one basket. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
That's basically what I always try to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely. So, what do you know about this cryptocurrency thing that's picking up store?
Nothing.
I
Nothing.
I am I'm at a loss myself. I'm trying to learn some stuff, but it's just like there's so much happening that I have to know already that
Right.
it's like I need to sit down and focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
But like it's like spitting plates with the magazine and the studio and the family and the
Right.
personal life and you know what I mean, the podcast and
Right.
management. But
Yeah.
I was brought to it, so I believe God will bring me through it. So
Right.
all I can really do is do it.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been hearing about it, people talking about it, man. It's just, by me not, like anything, when you first hear about it, you're just
Mhm.
trying to be careful because you don't want to start investing your money in something because it sounds good and then start losing money because you really don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So basically, that, like I said, I'm just trying to invest in what I know about first. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like I know if I invest in this stock and put this up, and save it, like a mutual fund. I know about this, stock because I'm a, business owner. I know about this one, I can put this up and save it for 20 years, don't touch it. So basically, for me, I've been trying to focus on the stuff that I do know about. And then as, new stuff, like you said, the cryptocurrency come, just try to see, who may know about it. So, because you don't want to be so anxious to jump into something because that's what happens a lot of times. So people be so anxious or they see this movie star, this star doing, it's like, okay, let me just jump in, and then it's like, okay, it didn't work that way. Well, you ain't got as much money as them either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't be
Yep.
just losing like that.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that's what I'm trying to be careful. I ain't got that big name like Drake. I want it. I can't afford to be losing no money like that.
I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. And like real estate's probably a safer venture,
Uh-huh.
anyways, and
Yeah.
like something tangible, something more tangible.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
hear
and
you.
then with the real estate, man, I'm more, just getting in the point of just flipping, the houses because,
Mhm.
with that pandemic, you know how that was, like they had a freeze on, putting people out, and
Yep.
then people would lose their jobs and stuff like that. So they can't pay you, and then you don't want to get in the habit of putting nobody out. So basically, I'm just more in investing and flipping them.
Okay. Okay. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. Wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I still
Woo.
don't know why. I still don't know why. It's like the monks are chanting for me to do something, and I have to wake up and do it. I don't
three
get it.
o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning religiously. I thought it
Wow.
was one thing, but it's not that. I thought it was someone, and it's not that. It's just awake. Like I can go to sleep at like 12, 1 o'clock. I'm awake latest 5. Just
Wow.
with the
Wow.
UV. As soon as the UV touches the sky, my eyes are just like pling.
Wow. Now, if I wake up at that time, like if I go to sleep earlier, I wake up that time, man, I'm going right back to sleep. I can't stay up. The only time I'm up, like, because you rap to yourself. Like that only
Yep.
time I'm up, I'm already booked for a show and I'm out at one of the, the clubs or something like that. I'm up at 2 or 3. But other than that, if I'm at
Mhm.
home, I'm trying to make it my business not to stay up to 3 o'clock or try to get me some sleep. Because when you busy, man, that sleep is important. You don't get a lot of it.
Yep.
So
Definitely.
yeah, I've been trying to, when I could get some sleep, man, get some, especially, with now, because we, before that pandemic, it was you constantly moving.
Yes.
You didn't get
Yes.
no sleep. So now I'm kind of trying to enjoy some of it.
Yeah. I remember like days where I'm in like 3, 4 cities, 2, 3 shows, and then like an after party and an appearance beforehand, like dinner somewhere,
Yep.
then 2 or 3 shows, and then you know what I mean, like lunch somewhere and 2 or 3 shows, and then dinner somewhere, and then after party in like 4 different cities. It's just like so now when it's just like you can't go nowhere. It's like well, government said.
Right, 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 right. You ain't lying. You is
Oh
not
man.
lying.
But here's one thing I like to do when I have these interviews. I like to flip the script and let the guests ask some questions of me if they have any questions at all, just to let go of the reins, so to speak, for a minute.
Well, hey, I heard you said you do music, man. What kind of like music you do? Trap music, or or the poetic music?
I've done everything from like accompaniment on a drum box to like death metal.
Okay.
I've done reggae, I've done hip hop, I've done a little. I tried to sing an R&B song.
How it work out for you?
um, I don't know. I sang it for one. I sang it specifically for one person, and they liked it,
Oh,
so I didn't
okay,
really
that's what's up.
concern myself about everybody else's opinion. It
Okay,
was yeah, but it's admittedly very raunchy.
okay, okay.
But it's said tastefully. But like if you listen to it, it's just wow. I can't believe I said all of those things and recorded them
Oh,
and released them on DistroKid. Check out Blackout.
okay,
Check Black. Yeah.
okay,
It's yeah, it's one of my tunes, and I kind of just said, you know what, I'm gonna do one song for every major emotion that I feel, and I'm gonna
okay,
give the people a dose of some hip hop and some reggae, and then a fusion of both.
okay,
So
okay,
yeah, so I like the way it turned out.
okay. So where the reggae come from?
Oh man, the reggae comes from my dad mostly. He would play well, he played a lot of music, but like
Okay,
predominantly reggae.
okay,
Saturday, Sunday mornings when he was off of work while he was cooking breakfast and whatnot, he'd be playing the tunes and like making some fried dumpling or
okay,
whatnot and ackee and saltfish, and then he'd spit in the music. And that always had me interested in the way the music he played controlled the mood of the room. You know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's
So
so. That's
yeah,
what music's supposed to do. If you ain't controlling the move of the room, you ain't doing something right.
exactly, exactly. So yeah,
Okay, so yeah, because you kind of got like a Jamaican accent.
yes, yes,
So you got
um,
so you got some Jamaican in you.
yes, yes. My parents were
Okay,
born in Jamaica.
okay. That's
Yeah,
what because I heard like a couple when you was talking a couple things you said. I said okay, you got the Jamaican accent going in, so I figured that's where the reggae came from.
yes, yes, yes,
That's
indeed.
what's up.
Like
That's what's up.
Barris, Budja, Tony Curtis, like
Okay,
so many of them. Bob, obviously.
Bob Marley. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, man. Just so many of them, and he'd play them. I think as much as Bob was one of the most known, Barris was one of my favorites.
Okay, man. I love the way the Jamaican women dance. I love it. I
Oh
love
my
it.
gosh, yo,
Man, we used to have a club down here. I think it was called Tropical Hut, man. It was they used to have a lot of reggae night, man. I used to love going to that club. And
mm,
it was some years ago. I don't even think it's still. I doubt if it's still open now. I don't think so because I ain't heard nobody say nothing about it. But it was some years ago, man. But they used to have play like some of the best reggae music down there,
yeah,
man. And and then and they had a few Jamaican. I mean, like regular people come to the club. It didn't matter, but they had a few Jamaican girls and that they used to come. Oh my goodness, they could dance their ass off, man.
yep, yep. And when they start doing the coordinated dances, it's just like
Oh,
what?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
I remember in like high school, the college that I went to, or the academy I went to. There was a couple of dancers in there, and like I'd go to the bars, and like a couple of my boys would dance too. So like we'd go to the club and we just kind of stand and watch, just let people do their thing, and then once we got tired of them embarrassing themselves, we'd go onto the dance floor. All right, cool. This is how we do it. You know what I mean? But then a
Okay.
couple of times the women would come out and just like, nah, 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 nah. This is how you do it. And you just have to kind of stand back and watch. And then they do those things where they like do their bum flicks and whatnot right in front of you. And
Yeah.
you're just like, listen, man, like ah.
The temptation.
The temptation, I'm telling you. But like, I was that dude though who, like, those songs that they played in this, like, there's certain songs that they played, and it was like the artist was talking to the people in the club.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that, like, what song? What song? Is that your chick? I was an
Okay.
asshole when that song came on, bro. Biggest. I'm
Okay.
talking like these people were hamsters. I was a whale. Like it was just like I'm standing up and I'm dancing, like doing the moves and everything. I'm not gonna do it right now because like I'm just too old for that shit. I'll save it for New Year's. We having a New Year's show, so y'all tune in if you really want to see me get down. But
Oh, y'all about to tune in that.
yeah, so I'd dance and I'd be like, I'd walk up to a dude and I'd put my arm around his chick and I'd be like, is that your chick? And then like, you know what I mean? Move her over, start dancing with a little bit, and then I'd leave and I'd just leave them to their little argument. It's
Wow.
terrible. It's terrible.
Oh
But
yeah,
like,
you was terrible. You was starting some shit up in
I was,
there.
but like, I was a regular, so, and my brother was a bouncer down there, and like, For me, it was just like, do what will get them to remember you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like
What,
that was it. Whether or not they liked me or they hated me was up to them. But as long as they remembered me, I was good. Oh
you did
man.
it at all costs, though.
Yeah, I did. And like admittedly, like I was never in the club less than 4 deep.
Okay.
And like up there, like by the time after doing that a couple of times, like I was in the club like everybody knew me. There was this one club named Seven, and Flow 93.5 used to do a live to air there. And I'd
Okay.
walk in, like the club would be empty. I'd walk in, I'd be like, yeah, woo! Like screaming at the top of my lungs, like the club's full, right? So
Okay.
they like a couple of weeks of doing that, and they came over to me. They're just like, yeah, you seem to enjoy yourself every time you come out here. What's what's your name? Where you from? What? Da, 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 da. And I give them my spiel. I promote my company. I'd be like, Flow 93.5 rocks. Y'all need to come down to Seven. I just do a plug. So that became a regular thing. Every week I came down
Okay.
there, they'd give me some time to just plug the club. So
That's
like,
what's up.
yeah, it came to the point where like I knew everybody in the club, and it was just like almost everybody in the club, not by like all the regulars will say. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'd hail them up, the bouncers I knew, the DJ I knew, you know what I mean? So it was just
Right.
like it was lit. So I do some of those things just off of that because
Okay.
you know what I mean?
That's what's
Like,
up.
and I look at the dude, like sometimes after the fact, I'd walk back to the dude and daps him up, you know what I mean? And just saying I was joking kind of thing. But
Okay.
yeah, there was never any malice. It was just like like, it was like I used the music as my script and I acted out the songs kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Hmm.
I love to get down. I mean, one thing is I love, I partied in Canada, had a lot of fun. Man, I love to get on one of those shows down in Canada. I did a
Bro,
show. I did a show down in Canada before. One of my guys, he was doing like a little tour, and he put me on the show. It was nice, but it was far, man. It took like 8 hours to get to that place. It was like it started with an A. It's like Arca Acre Cart. Some I can't remember the name of it.
Agent Court.
Yeah, it started with an A or something like that.
Agent Court or something like that?
Agent Core, R card, something like. Oh my goodness, I can't. It was like about 3 or 4 years ago. I can't remember. That was the first time I ever did a show in Canada, and
Okay.
but I would love to get on some more. I would love to.
if like if it wasn't for this COVID thing, like I had it planned. I was just like, I have last year we did this community cookout, and it was like just on the tail, like just as they opened up, we squeezed
Uh-huh.
in 2 big shows. Like I we built a stage in the backyard. Shout out to Phil Gladman. He built a stage in our backyard. I got some particle board. We just bam bam, Phineas and Ferb that shit. And then we got Crooked Control out. We got the POE out. We had Zach Burry.
Okay.
We had Johnny Armani. We had LG. We had Hot Apollo. We had SBE out. We had Soulicious Pepper Sauce. We had a couple other vendors there as well. And the community came out, and it was so live, bro. We went to like
Okay.
8 o'clock. We went to like 8 o'clock, and then someone had a complaint because they were trying to put their kids to bed. So the next time we started at 12 o'clock. Actually, we started at 10:30, and we ran it to like 7:30. And
Okay.
we had a few of the same people. Oh, we had a few comedians there as well. And like I'm telling you, it was a big deal. And this year, I want to reach out to some sponsors, and I want to get some more people there. Like I want to have. Like I want to have more of them. Like I want to do 4 of them, like
Okay.
one every 2 months.
Okay. That'd
But
be
I
cool.
have to, yeah, I have to coordinate. So if that's something you're interested in and the border allows you to cross, I will definitely keep you in mind on that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Definitely.
yeah, because like it's a back. I say my backyard, but it opens out to like a field that's about 3/4 the size of a football field, or about the size
Okay.
of 3/4 of a football field. So
Okay.
like the kids were playing in the open in the bigger part, and then we had another part sectioned off kind of where the barbecues were, and then we had like a drinking section and all of that stuff. it was classy. It was classy.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, I definitely, yeah, definitely reach out to me. If the board allows it, I work something out. Definitely,
Yeah, man. Yeah,
because
man.
I had. Well, actually, I think my mom. I remember she went down to Canada, and one of the guys. She was talking to some guy and found out the guy owned some clubs down there. Was a manager of clubs. And he would just have to come down for a show. And it was so crazy because he wanted to book me for some shows down there. But then when this happened, it just went it just turned left. And
Yep.
man, I never got back in contact with that guy, but I was so eager to do it, and like I said, that when this happened, it just went left field. But I love to, definitely do some music down there, do some shows and stuff. Definitely, yeah. You had keep me posted, man.
I'm gonna put that right in my notes right now, actually, because I mean, you saw what I did at the start of the show,
Right,
so,
right.
so but as long as you write down the notes, okay. As long as you write it down in your notes and you revisit them, you're
Right,
laughing. You're laughing. So I just gotta find. I gotta make sure I didn't already start one. Okay, yeah, that's the second one. So I gotta do the third one. Okay, so yeah, dish. Okay, boom, on the list. Okay, of okay, C part 3. Yes, Culture Shock Community Cookout Part 3. That's what we're gonna call that.
okay.
I wanna, like I said, I wanna. What I need to do is sit down and write down a general letter, approach a few sponsors, and be like, "This is what we're trying to do. This is
Right,
who's involved. This is when we want to do it. This is where we want to do it. This is how it'll benefit you. Let's make it happen."
right.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I mean, it was fun. Like the second time around, the kids, man, the kids were just they were just so energized. Like there were just so many of them. but but there's a saying that goes when kids are around, there's good things in tow. So
Right, right.
yeah, man, that's awesome. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Is there anybody you want to shout out before we shut this down?
Man, I first of all, I like to shout out MJ. Like I said, man, she just, she's been the best. Plug me in. This is one of the reasons I'm doing this interview. She's my
Mhm.
PR. I got her doing my PR, and she been getting me interviews after interview. So I really like to thank her. And then then I like to thank everybody that been rocking with me. Buying my music. Playing me on their podcast, their internet radios, and everybody just rocking with GQ, man. I like thank everybody. It's a lot of names, man, but I definitely, one of the ones I had to shout out was MJ because she the one that made this interview possible. So I definitely had to shout her out. But everybody that's rocking with me, man, and I just tell them, everybody, that's listening or keep rocking with your boy. Follow me on all my social media, GQ the author, everything. That's even my my website is I am GQ, but everything is GQ the author. You pull it GQ the author up, put it up in your Google, everything's gonna pop up. Download some of my music, check it out. I just dropped a new album in November called Cocky. November 29th is called Cocky. So, I want everybody to check it out. Follow me. Inbox me, ask me some questions, whatever, man. I comment back. I'm not one of those types you inbox me or say something to me. I don't speak back.
All right. And can I get that? Oops. Hold on. I think I got it. GQ, the author.
Yep, yep. The author is with an A. The is with an A. G
Yep.
Q U E G Q U E T H AUTHOR. The author. GQ the author.
Right. I just added you on my personal. I'm gonna add you on my business, and that will be that.
Yep, yeah, definitely. Yep, I definitely had you on everything. Everybody out there, add me on there. I got a shitload of videos I'm about to drop for y'all. Shitload of videos.
All right. Well, send me the link to at least one of them, and I will include it in the QR code section for next month's Culture Shock magazine.
All right, no doubt, definitely.
Yeah. All right. And you can send it to sharetheshock@gmail.com. I'll
Okay,
put that up.
yeah.
Share the Shock. There. No, that's the website. Where is it? Sharetheshock@gmail.com.
Okay, bet.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Stay on. We're gonna sign off, but I want to get you that date for the next interview, and then I got to get some songs from you too. Give you an email to send some songs to.
Okay, definitely.
We have been talking to GQ online, GQ the author. Check out imgq.com.
Yep.
Check out imgq.com. That's GQUE.
Yep. GQUE. Yep. imgq.com. GQUE. Yep.
All right. Make sure y'all check that out. Man, it has been a thrill talking to you. Sometimes, you know what I mean? I start the show and I'm like, are we really gonna get an hour in? And then an hour passes, it's like, but there's so much more to talk about.
Right. Man, that's how it be. That's how it be when you talking to real people. You know what I'm saying? You talk to a real person. You know, it's just like the time just go past and you look up like, oh, we've been talking for 2 hours, man.
Yep.
That's how it be.
Definitely. Oh man, so that's good. I look forward to the next conversation. Y'all stay tuned. This Saturday coming up is the New Year's Day edition of the Terrell Effect. We are gonna be playing some bangers, so make sure you're listening. We got like some Neto you. We're gonna throw some GQ in the mix. You know what I mean? Some private name, private number, some Young Craze. The Block will be playing. I mean, we're gonna throw some SBE in there, some Ezza. Oh man, so like stay tuned because we got some good stuff for you this new year coming up. We're going harder than ever. We were just diamond rated for the best studio in Niagara region by the people. We got to thank you for that. So let's keep it going. Let's keep it pushing. Bless up. We out.
We out.